What's going on, guys? This is Inspector Freck here, and today I'm bringing you a domination gameplay on the map Bakara, which I haven't brought you a gameplay from this map in a long, long time. But today I want to talk about a story, really, that I wanted to address about a week ago. But I've had event stories with my son's birthday and the new gaming setup and all that kind of stuff that I wanted to get to before this. It's kind of been pushed off, but it's about this whole story that came from, I believe it was Dallas, Texas, where the police officers arrived to a domestic violence call, and upon arriving, a male stepped out of his backyard, and look at that first blood, let's go. Stepped out of his backyard, fuck this guy, and addressed the police officers and finding out what was going on. Just to put pieces together, it was the wrong address. Um, Guy steps out. Guy has a dog, and let me paint the picture of a dog for you. The dog is not a big dog. It's a medium-sized dog, and by medium-sized, I mean about the size of a, if you guys have big dogs, a 3-month-old lab. Maybe not 3-month-old. About 4 to 6 month old lab. About that size. A small dog. They're dogs that are used for sheep herding. In Australia, typically. The dog is not a threat by any means, even in the meanest of circumstances. But like I said, police arrive. Guy steps out. So does his dog from the backyard. Dog, doesn't know any better. Obviously, it's his dog. Comes, when he comes out, he starts approaching the police officers, and upon approaching police officers, one of them opened fire and shot the dog in the head. Well, not in the head. I don't know exactly where the shot was taken to, but shot the dog and killed it. Is bottom line. And a lot of people are pissed off about this. And my whole opinion is, I don't see the police officers as being the one that should be blamed here, because here's something you have to think about. Humans and animals are very different. You guys know that. And one of the main ways in which they are different is brain function. Dogs do not have predictive capability, which is a base of philosophy and science. Dogs do not have predictive capability. They do not have a thought process. They have a thought process, but it's not very in depth. It's not in depth enough to make correct decisions the majority of the time. So therefore, they do not have predictive capability in philosophy terms. So any of you guys are in college, you know what I'm talking about. You've taken philosophy, but humans do. Humans do have predictive capability. If like the guy walked out. The guy walked out of his backyard, saw the police there, and said, "Holy shit, something's wrong. This is obviously not from my address. They got this shit wrong. Let me explain it." The dog just saw an intruder. That's as far as the dog's thought process went. They both thought the same thing. What the fuck is this person doing on my property? It's just the guy knew, hey, I gotta it's better off just explaining than getting violent or approaching them in a hostile manner. And part of me is, not part of me, all of me thinks that there's some people here that are calling for the cop. They're calling for the cop's job is bad. They're calling for him to get fired. They want this guy gone because he killed a fucking animal. It was, defenseless is what they say. I don't know what a defenseful animal is. I don't know. I've never seen a dog roaming around the streets with an AK-47. But they're calling the dog defenseless, and I have to disagree. I've been bit by even a little dog. They don't kill, but they do some damage. But they want the police officer's job, and what you have to realize is things like this happen every day, and it's a sad thing, and it shouldn't happen. But I don't think this circumstance is the police officer's fault. I think this is the dispatcher's fault, because what you have to realize is, all right, to paint a little more of the picture. The residence that they came up behind was a bunch of it was like an apartment complex with it was like like 117A, 117B, like buildings, all those like A, B, and C right next to each other. And like when a dispatcher relayed information to the police, they said like 117 Sycamore Street, and they didn't say what apartment number, what property, so they just showed up and with their guns drawn, and wherever they went, they went. And that's what they have to do. And I'm assuming because of the fact that they had their guns drawn right away from the car, they didn't have their guns drawn when the dog came. They already had their guns drawn like as soon as they got out of the car. So I take this as a pretty serious situation. So you got to understand that that a police officer is being defensive right at that moment. So you have to understand he's on edge. He's in the mode that he's taught to shoot if necessary, to use force if necessary, and you can't really blame him for that. It's what he's trained to do. I instead blame the dispatcher. The dispatcher is, I have a friend who's a dispatcher. I graduated high school with the girl. Your job is to collect as much information as possible, and to keep them on the phone, no matter what kind of situation is, keep them on the phone as long as possible. No matter if it's a victim calling or if it's a witness calling. Your job is to stay on the phone as long as possible. In most cases, till at least the cops get there, and to help direct the cops to the right direction. And that dispatcher clearly didn't do it. From what's been told, the dispatcher all said was domestic violence, the code for domestic violence at 117 Sycamore Street. And the police showed up and they did their thing. And like I said, I think that you want to blame the person who's the end action, but if you get your car out of a shop for getting your brakes replaced, and you drive out of that garage, and you go to hit the brakes and there's no brakes, and you slam into a person and kill them, I don't think you should be responsible for that. I don't think you should be charged with murder, vehicular homicide is what it would be. I think that is the mechanic's responsibility. It was your job. It's the mechanic's job, just like it's the dispatcher's job, to do everything to the best of their abilities. Like the mechanic, it's their job to do the brakes 100%, to get the car braking, which at a better rate than it was before. Your dispatcher's job is to collect as much information and help the person assist them to the police get there. And they didn't do it. So I think they're more at fault. But I don't necessarily think this should really be a story that people are complaining about too much. I kind of view this as like a Trayvon Martin thing. The Trayvon Martin thing happens every day. A white guy kills a black male and vice versa every day, and the only reason it got big, what I'm trying to say is the only reason these two things got big is because there was one person that would not let the story go. That it's an unfortunate thing that the things weren't done for the Trayvon Martin thing. I understand that, but you know how many things exactly like Trayvon Martin case happens every day? A lot. There's something every day where a black or white kid gets killed by some member of the opposite of a different race, and nothing happens. Where there's no one arrested. They claim self-defense, and the other person walks. That happens every damn day, and you don't see that being on the news every day. All you hear is the Trayvon Martin thing, and just like this dog thing, the only reason it's on the news and such a big deal is the fact that, God damn it, one bullet. If I had one more fucking bullet, I would have got that guy. The only reason it's on the news is because someone got upset, and when people said, "Hey, listen, there's not much we can really do," they threw a temper tantrum and went, "You know what? Fine, I'm going to the news. I'm getting so and so involved. I'm gonna go tell this person and that person." Listen, why can't you just move on with your fucking life? Like, this guy, I understand you're upset that you fucking lost your dog, but I mean, come the fuck on now, bro. Go get a different fucking dog. Don't sit here and fucking make a bigger deal than it has to really be. This guy, I see this as more of a fame thing. He's not really upset about losing his dog. He's just mad at the fact that he just wants 15 minutes of fame. But I gotta wrap it up. I went 35-11. I'll talk to you guys later. Peace out.